Welcome to Climbing Clouds. I'm getting right into the fire element reading now. And if this is your first time on the channel, thank you for joining. This is an up and coming channel. And if you're returning, thank you so much. Your energy is appreciated. Please like and subscribe and share. I do notice my subscribers who are participating, and I send random gifts. So they're a lot of fun. They're all healing in nature. And oh yeah, it's free to subscribe on my channel. So anyways, let's get into the fire elemental. I have quite a few different decks that I'm drawing from for this reading. I did post the water, so feel free to check that out if you know different placements, like if you've had your chart read and you know different placements in your own chart. I urge you to also read into, follow the other readings. They might coincide with each other too. A lot of them will overlap. So right away, I've got this coming through right now. It's the Three of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So it's kind of a major blockage. There's something going on with the blockage in your work collaboration. So let me just start off with that. That sounds so serious, but that's what's coming through right away. So we have, you're kind of stuck in your head about something. The Eight of Swords is often depicted as a woman who is tied with swords all around her. There's no gender in tarot, by the way, just to let you know. I know most of you know this, but I meant to leave a reminder about that on. I'm going to do that on each elemental just to refresh everybody with that, see how it fits for you. I just read exactly as the card is depicted, and then you can put yourself in this reading as you see fit. Like, we all have masculine, feminine going on in our psyches, so that's part of that too. So it's a multi-layered symbology in tarot in general. So anyways, you might be embodying, for instance, right now you're coming through as the Ace of Wands is here. So there's like a really creative beginning that wants to happen, but you're in your head about it big time. And this card is important to note because in the traditional tarot, this is from the Muse, I'm drawing from the Muse deck, it depicts this woman who is tied, but really it's just it's an illusion. She's not actually, she can undo her own ties. She's not even stuck where she's at in the picture, but it looks like you're trapped. And that's how the mental trap is when you're stuck in your head. You don't see a way out. And that's what hopefully this reading will help you find that new perspective. So this channel is here to help you amidst the humdrum of daily living, and just giving you tidbits of hopefully more inspiration in your life. Well, this is coming through your reading right now. So I have here the Two of Pentacles. You might feel like you're juggling some ideas, like you might have almost a dual, like you're juggling two different lives or something. I don't know what that means to you, but there is something that you're juggling that you're trying to balance. Okay, and then what else is coming through too is the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. So you do need some time to yourself. It's what you really are wanting and needing right now, to get out of your head and maybe more into your body, maybe more into your instinctual side. The fire elements, I forgot to mention all of the three fire elements. I'll put that in the title. So here we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is often very generous. It's a time, it's actually a celebration in and of itself. So it's like, maybe, I think the way I'm reading this, because it's with the Hermit, is for you to take time to smell the roses, that you need to take some time to reflect on what you're thankful for. And I think that will help you not to be so critical and stuck in your head. You might be kind of critical right now, or self-critical, or critical of others, and taking the time to maybe soften up your senses will help you not to be so stuck in your logic, but more involved with being rooted in the physical, like taking time to walk barefoot outside, taking in your five senses literally in your experience. So you're smelling, tasting, touching, hearing, making that a process to ground yourself in a good way. What's going on is you're kind of stuck in the past, and there's a lot of emotion with this one. This is the Six of Cups. So nostalgia, holding on to the past, you're holding on to something. I keep accidentally calling this the Ace of Cups. So in other readings, if I've done that, please excuse me. I'm getting used to this new deck. The Muse is a new deck for me. I just got it this week. So this is actually the Ace of Pentacles. But I simultaneously read Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups in the water read. There's a lot of water and earth coming in. So if you feel like you are connecting with your more watery realms and the water in your own chart, go back and listen to my water read. I just posted that one. It has a lot of earth elemental influencing it, a lot of earth and grounding as part of the message. So here in your message, your strength is being blocked right now. This is typically a fiery card. It's ruled by Leo, so it governs the heart and standing in your heart space. But right now your heart is blocked. And so let's see what you can do to unblock that, because it's coming through as a blockage mentally as well as on the physical too. So it's causing a lot of blockage in general. Okay, so what I'm drawn to, though, to clarify this and to look further into it, let's draw one more card wants to come out too. The Three of Swords reversed. Okay, this is interesting. So you might be coming out of some heartbreak that you have been, I'm seeing this in the block, that you've actually kept it hidden. This is hidden heartbreak. This is something that you're healing. Okay, so let me pull it from the Flower Child deck. These three did not stay with the cards, so I'm going to read them. Sometimes that happens, and I feel like that's very strong presence with the cards to read the cards that stand out immediately. So I'm just explaining myself to you so you understand how I draw as an intuitive reader. So we have the Two of Cups. I think this blockage has something to do with that. A disappointment with that. There's a disappointment that, and it has to do with Gemini energy and the Lover's energy. It's something that you have as something that you need to heal, and that you maybe privately need to heal. If you can take some hermit time and get into your five senses, that'll be really good for you. It's a time of healing. Like I just said, the star is all about healing. That's the energy of the star. That's coming through really big time in the center of your reading. So it's time to find the guidance that you need for this healing journey. I think you're on a healing journey right now. I see the Three of Wands and death, but death is not literal death in tarot. It's the symbolic ending and shedding of something in your life that you need to, that it's time to let go of. And with the Three of Wands, and then here's your strength. Your strength comes back. You're going to be going through a rebirth, and that's what you're embarking on. That's part of your healing. So the Three of Wands reversed is your ships have sailed, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself in my speech because I'm seeing channeling right now as I speak. So your ships have sailed, but it's a blockage for you because you have had some ideas creatively that you have completely let go of. And those ships have sailed. So you need to let them go because you're going through a rebirth, and that's your strength, the strength that's guiding you to be courageous in your heart space, to heal your heart space. You need to own your heart space and own the here and the now. You need to stand your ground creatively. This is the Seven of Wands. This is all about holding your own on the creative level. So maybe you've had some ideas that, I'll explain this in layman's terms now. You might have had some projects that you wanted to do, some creative projects that you completely ignored, or that you just, you completely, basically neglected. You need to let those go so that you can pick up where you are in the here and now and hold your own creatively. So there's something that you're trying to prove to yourself creatively and to others. And it's time for you to stand in that truth instead of being blocked. Let's see, you know how you're kind of tied to being stuck in your head is holding you back. Like this is all about standing in it's like the warrior stance in a yoga pose where you're going to fall over if you're not in your body. That's kind of what I'm sensing with this, is if you're in your head too much, you're not going to be able to be in your body. So then you're going to fall over. So you need to stand in your own body more. Like you need to be here in the here and now, not in the past. The past is past. You can't go back to the past. You're creating the future, but it's also not here. It's right now. You're here now, right now. So that's where you need to stand your ground. And this is going to help you emotionally, because emotionally, the Four of Cups is kind of like standing in the middle of a river where you decide, am I going forward? Am I crossing the river? Am I staying where I'm at? Am I going back to the bank? You need to make some decisions here. You're not going to be able to do that if you're not standing your ground. I'm going to draw a couple more from this deck. This has to do with your wishes and your desires, the Nine of Cups. And then I also have the two nines. So that's all about completing something. That's exactly what I was just saying, that you have an emotional completion that you're blocked by this creative completion that you need to complete. You need to let the anxiety go from that, or let the restlessness go, so that you can complete your heart's desires, your more emotional capacity for emotional completeness. It's a dual problem and solution for you right now. Let's look into that so I can explain this better, because I don't feel like I'm explaining that very well. I'm actually going to draw from the Crow deck to clarify this. So what's coming through is the Chariot. You're wanting to move forward, which is great. And here it is, the Six of Wands is coming through again. You would like to be victorious about moving forward. You have the Two of Wands, and that's what's going to unblock. That's what's going to unblock here, it's all coming through right now. It's telling me right now. All of this is going to unblock. This is the Eight of Swords again, but it's reversed in this clarification. So it's showing me that that's how you can come out of being stuck in your head, is by having a sense of balance with your time and how you're using your creative energy. You need to become like the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very swift in action and deliberate, makes decisions. For an air card, it actually moves really fast and it's very truthful. So you need to be very truthful with yourself and others and make some decisions in the here and now. Yeah, so that's what's blocked. It's your ability to be honest with yourself. You've got the Ace of Swords and it's reversed. So a new beginning in the here and now that you're trying to forge. And maybe if you stood more in your Queen of Swords, because right now I have the Empress reversed and the Queen of Swords upright with the Ace of Swords. This is showing me how you can bring the Ace of Swords. It was reversed in the other deck, and then I went back to the clarification of the mini crow, and it's upright. So to be more truthful with yourself, you're going to have to not be manipulative. With the Empress reversed can be very manipulative. So you need to stand in your truth and in your integrity, and maybe not be so emotionally driven to, I'm trying to say here, you don't want to manipulate others because of how you feel stuck in your head. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if it does, but you need to be more matter of fact. And so in order to deal with the facts and to be here in the here and now, you need to stand in your truth and have the integrity to do that. How can we unblock the Empress? Because the Empress reversed is, it's kind of like using people to get what you want, when you could be owning that yourself rather than going through other people. So let's look into that. I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna clarify this one with the Oracle deck, the Garden Oracle deck. So it's time to cleanse yourself, cleanse your life. You want to detox your life. That's gonna help you. And like I said, to show gratitude for what you're thankful for. That will also help you. And then you're coming into, so it says here, your ancestors want you to get back to work because celebration is reversed and ancestors came with it. So yeah, your strength is blocked because of your awakening is being blocked. So you need to stand in your strength and go through your awakening, which this is your work. This is part of your healing, is claiming your power through your awakening. And that takes the self work. You have some work to do on yourself that you're avoiding. And that's what is coming through this reading. That's part of your healing, is doing the self work. You might be wearing a mask right now because this is also reversed. You need to take your mask off and standing in your true power. So right now you might feel like a lot of things are blocked in your life and that you can't get to your sense of power. You might feel powerless, like you might feel a little out of control, and it's because of the fact that you're avoiding doing the inner work that you need to be doing. So I can draw one more from this. Yeah, and this is what's coming through too. I'm gonna bring it to this. There's a lot of new beginnings that want to happen. They want to come through. They want to come through your life. Okay. So you have the ability to take care of yourself, and for the Empress energy to be really healthy in your life. And so this is what you need to tap into, is learning to work with others in a more collaborative, stable way, not a manipulative way. And then the Empress won't be reversed, it'll be upright. And then claiming your own ability to provide your stability yourself, not necessarily just with others, if that makes sense, where it comes through the things that you want. You don't have to go through others to get, is what I'm trying to say, is that you can do that yourself. And that's part of your strength. You know, I think that's part of what's a little bit blocked right now, because fire elements in general are doers. They're the most action oriented of any of the elements in the 4 elements. So if your ability to take action is not being honored the right way, or you're holding back and concealing your truth, how are you going to take action with integrity? You know, you're going to be holding back in your life. You're going to be blocking so many things in your life if you're not standing in your truth. And this is why I think I was drawn to draw from so many different cards, because it's kind of a complex reading for the fire element. Let's do some more drawing from a different deck. This is the vintage housewife deck. Can I get a little more straightforward message here? So I've got the sun coming through. That's very positive, very fire driven. The sun. Yeah, and the 7 of Wands, cleaning up your act here. You need to clean up your act and get to work. Clean up your environment. Clean up what you're doing and be the most integrity-driven person that you can be, and see how your life changes. I just urge you to do that and see what happens. It's not time to sulk or to criticize others right now. It's time to turn to your own inner work. 4 of Cups is coming back through. I've got the 6 of Wands again. The Chariot wants to come through. And then Justice. So you might feel like the universe is giving you a spanking right now. This is part of your karmic walk, your karma, whatever karma you've created for yourself. This is part of what you're clearing, is your karma. Your karma is the biggest teacher lesson that you can have, is your own karma. You can be your own worst enemy or your own best friend. That's learning to do both, learning to be your own best friend. So here we have the 7 of Pentacles, and this is also having to do with doing your work. building your work. This is all leading to a really positive energy, the sun. And this is where I'm going to leave it. This is ruled by fire. It's the most fiery card of the deck. You've got the sun, the Knight of Swords. Let me find something I can leave this on. Yeah, so you're healing something that you're trying to take from others in order to get some kind of fulfillment. And that's not going to fulfill you until you clean up your act. And you might be feeling really competitive with others too. That could be some of what's blocking you. You want to be building. If you can get into just as integrity as possible, and the more Queen of Wands energy is going to help you too. Being able to direct your fire in a positive way so that you're not taking it out on others, you're not turning to vices or being stuck in your thought process because you're not giving yourself permission to take action. Those would be all of the ways that you can help yourself right now. And also to get into the Queen of Cups energy, more heart-driven. This will help you to be able to take care of yourself better, to truly take care of yourself in a stable way and not having to deal with strife with other people. Okay, so that's your reading for the fire elements. Yeah, it might be kind of painful to go through this cleanse. That's kind of what I'm gathering, but you can do it. Let me draw something positive to read from the feathers deck. Let's see what comes out. We have the meadowlark. It says, smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. It's time to go inward for you. And then the nuthatch is saying to stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you with this inner work that you are embarking on. And the dove, that's really beautiful. The dove feels and allows a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. It says this is a divine quality. So yeah, time to meditate. This is all about the universal law. This is the crow. I'm going to end it on this. Use this energy. It says universal laws and truths are now being revealed. This is all part of karma that you're walking into, that you have created from your own reality, and that you're clearing your karma right now, and that you use this energy to create your reality. So very important message. What you're thinking about, you're bringing about, and how you're treating others is also part of all of that. So really look at that and clear that pathway for yourself. Thank you for climbing clouds. Always be true to you.